What's up, guys? So as most of you will know, I'm going up to Edinburgh Fringe this year, and tickets are now on sale. I'm going to be over the Hootenannies at Apex Hotels on Grassmarket 4th through to the 20th of August. I've got I might even be there now, actually, depending on when you're listening to this. But either way, I've got 2 shows. I've got a solo show at 4:30 p.m. and I've got a compilation show at 9 p.m. every day. Both shows are at the same venue. All the links and all the tickets are going to be in the description wherever you're listening to this. Come down. I really appreciate it. I'd love to see you there. This is the most actual advice that's ever been given on the pod ever. Who the fuck are you? What the fuck are you talking about?
Ooh, spicy.
Ooh. Don't worry, I will burn your studio down.
Okay, yeah.
When the morning comes around.
No.
Might have diabetes, lad.
Oh my God, imagine. I hope he has diabetes because the press we will get is phenomenal.
Allyson, you are my muse. Because I am like Jay-Z when it comes to stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Sounds like a bold claim, but what I mean by that is...
All these stuff's in a box to the left.
My comparison to Jay-Z is I don't write shit down, and I am really bad at writing, and I just blag it, right? But when I do write shit down, I use my Allyson June Smith pen.
Oh.
You gave us a pen.
Oh, yeah.
You gave us a pen the last time you were on, and I swear down, it's still my go-to pen. It's the best pen I've ever written with. You replaced my Hufflepuff pen.
Mate, that's nice. Look, it is a good pen. I do pass out a good pen. Do you know what I do? I give them to people I work with and do things with. I don't give them to I give them to my peers. I don't give them to I do the opposite. I've spent money on pens and I just give them out to
merch for colleagues.
I'm like, hey guys, do you want a pen? It works on your phone, your iPad, your watch. Yeah, I do. Is it a good pen? It's a black pen. The reason why I have that pen is because I am addicted to shopping. It is my immediate dopamine fix. Oh yeah,
that's
I love
a big problem.
Yeah. So, and Facebook put out this ad one day of this pen, and I was like, oh, look at that pen, and it was like 26
200 of that.
So it was like, okay, so it was like 26p or something. I was like, what? For a clicky pen like that with a little dauber on the back? I was like, isn't that what? Well, look into this. So I was like, I looked into having, Allyson June Smith pens with I was like, I'll put my website on it. Anyway, so I ordered it. I ordered the pen and I ordered like 100. I did. I ordered like 100.
Oh my God. How much was 100? Because flyers at the minute are expensive.
It was like 26p, and then they gave me like 30. I don't know. I'll give you the breakdown. I'll send you the bill. So then I got contacted by the company that were like, hey, where did you see this advertisement?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I saw it on Facebook. And they were like, oh, that was a mistake. That's a mistake. And they're like, that pen is like a pound something. And I was like, oh. And they're like, but look, you found this deal and we agreed to it. I was like, yeah. And they're like, do you want more? And so
that's the worst business decision I've ever heard.
I bought a bunch of these pens for like real cheap. So I just, every time I think I'm done and I was like, maybe I should order some more. I'll look in the back of my closet and I'll be like, another box of pens. Like, I just have a lot of pens, so I'm giving them out.
What I find about it though is like, it's fine when I'm using it in the house and whatever, but if I take me pen and pad to a gig, I am a bit like, no, it's no disrespect to you, but I'm trying to make sure that no one sees your name because I don't want people to think I've robbed your pen. Scouse accent, someone else's name on a pen. Everyone's going to think.
It's not a Scouse accent.
All right,
Wind your neck
accent. Is that camera on?
Let me just do a quick 1 sec.
But yeah, I always panic thinking people are going to think that I've robbed.
You've nicked my pen.
I
wonder if that's what it looks like everywhere. That's why I'm giving it out to friends.
You're being a good friend and you're making all your friends look like scum.
Do you remember in school, like, where you couldn't find your jumper, so you'd just smell it and you'd smell which one smelled like your mum's cooking? Do you remember that?
No!
Did you never do that?
It's a uniquely Aaron experience.
That is not. That is absolutely not.
Yes, it is.
Have you ever smelled your jumper?
Absolutely not. When you were in primary school, you would get your jumper
Aaron,
and you would smell it.
that's the most amazing thing I've ever heard. First
I will prove this to you immediately. I will prove this to you immediately.
I have always been a big person. I was a fat little kid. Like the fact that I didn't exist that way, like finding my house through scent. Smells like burnt toast. Dad's home again. Like
my parents are smokers. They used to smoke in the house, so I must have been like the stinkiest jumper. Yeah, but I was nose blind to it, so I wouldn't have known. But I must.
Well, this is it. No one.
The stinkiest
I was
jumper.
The stinkiest jumper. It said that in the yearbook.
That's than in the yearbook.
Oh, there you go. A viral tweet. So my wife doesn't believe that primary school children return their school jumpers to each other by smelling them. This is a thing, isn't it?
Wow, that's
true. Yeah.
Aaron, I think that's lovely. To all the people who
Who
do
remembers
that.
smelling jumpers in primary to see if it was yours?
I would never sniff an item of clothing to identify it as my own.
Well, they never needed to with yours because yours was just the biggest one there. So it's like, that must be Liam's.
No.
Hey,
Whose is his parachute? That's Liam's school jumper.
No,
that.
it was just
a
like
weight loss journey.
You are looking good, by the way.
Nicotine off of it. That's it.
Yeah, just the hate. Like our white ceilings were yellowed in the house.
Of course they were. Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
Of course they were.
Of course they were.
She's so well looking. Of course they were, Liam. Yeah.
My parents were great, by the way. No disrespect.
No,
It's a different
there's
time.
it was a different time,
Yeah.
right? Seatbelts, all that jazz. We know it was.
And, you know,
just,
my asthma suspiciously went away when I moved away from home. But you know, there's no science to say it was you, Mum, but it fucking was.
And your mental health improved too.
Got stronger, faster.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Um,
were you just saying he's on a health?
He's on a weight loss journey and he's looking good. And I've not appreciated this in time because I don't see it. I see him too often.
Yeah, you see him all the time.
But like,
so you don't see
I've noticed it a few people are going, hey, look at man.
I had a comment on today's post.
That's what I mean. I saw that comment.
What did somebody say?
Just saying you're less fat. No, just said I was looking a bit trimmer. I don't see it. Because like for the reasons Aaron just explained.
Yeah.
But I feel it. And it's so embarrassing to say, but I don't get out of breath when I bend over to tie my shoes now.
That
was the thing.
It's not silly. Those are the things that like all of a sudden you're like, because I go up and down all the time with my you know, that journey, if you will. And like when I'm on game, you know, maybe I don't even lose a ton of weight, but what I notice, like there's no denying.
Yeah.
You're in a better, like, you can just do some more things and, like, move around a bit more and your hips don't hurt. And, like, you know, 100%. You're probably a little bit happier.
Yeah.
You're probably a little bit happier.
I always worried about, like, so I've wanted to make a change for ages, but I made the excuse all the time of how busy I am, because I'm busy, got a full-time job, comedy, the podcast.
I'm living in that world right now. I'm so busy. I'm going to a podcast at 5:45. I couldn't possibly do a 20-minute.
And that's it. But you're spinning so many plates though, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you're just like, can I even add one more thing on there? But like just adding that one more plate and prioritizing that actually, like say if I'm inundated with like editing or anything and going, no, I'm taking this hour to go out for a walk.
Yeah.
I'm like so much happier.
And it's
I do fear, sorry to interrupt, that this is going to turn into like, you're going to turn into like an Andrew Tate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're going to get so swole.
Take testosterone, punch.
I will. Don't worry. I will burn your studio down.
Okay,
That is not me.
Don't worry. I'll burn down your mum's house.
Spread negativity. You've opened
She'll burn it down herself with the smoke.
Everything's going to be Andrew Tate is the answer to everything you ask me. I'll be like, Andrew Tate.
No, I ate that as well. Like a lot of the podcasts, I don't know why I'm pouring a drink on.
I love that you are. I love that you just like
I've got to drink out
thermos.
I've got to drink out of the branded mug, Allyson.
I like it.
You know what I mean? You've got your pens.
Mugs.
We've got our mugs that no one's
They're
buying.
nice.
Do something about it.
Yeah, spreadnegativitypod.com. Selling them all. We're not actually. Incredibles fucked us up.
Yeah, it says sold out on the website. That's because of massive demand. It's nothing to do with the technical issues.
Buy their mugs.
But yeah, no, I'm not gonna do. I ate that as well. Like I listen to a lot of like Tom Segura's podcasts and stuff, and he's recently like had a sort of like he broke his leg and then went on a weight loss kit, and I get that it can be draining to hear people talk about like, oh, I've just. Sure. But if you are struggling with your mental health or you feel like everything's getting on top of you, go to the park for an hour a day.
Yeah.
Watch ducklings get killed.
Whatever it is you need to do. Yeah.
That happened, by the way.
Happened?
I saw
duckling
it.
got killed.
I was on a lovely walk. These walks that are like changing my life in inverted commas. I was on a lovely walk, in Nugent Park in Liverpool as well, where all the crackheads are. We were walking past the pond.
It's a reminder.
That's true, actually.
It's a good reminder.
It's motivation. Yeah. And we were walking past the duck pond, and Rebecca was like, my wife was like, oh my God, stop and look at the ducklings. And I'm like, I'm trying to keep me fucking pace here, on the Apple Watch.
We're not stopping. It's called a walk.
And she was like, no, let's look at and within seconds, we saw a little one that was straggling behind. And she was going, oh, look at him, he's struggling. And he's like proper trying to keep up. And then the dad fucking went for it.
I don't think it.
The mum went for it too, and they cast it out. And she wanted to save it, but didn't want to get in the water because it was rat infested. And it just slowly
The best thing for this duck was death. He's in a rat-infested waters in Newsham Park. Like, I'm
and I agree with that, but I didn't want to see it.
That's hard.
Yeah.
I don't think Allyson wanted to know either.
Sorry,
Well,
Allyson.
I mean, that's all right.
And the listeners have already heard it.
It's nature. Nature does some harsh things.
There's an Instagram page called Nature is Metal.
Ugh.
And I regret following it.
You followed it.
I want that to
I'm
then
metal,
just be.
baby.
I want that to then just be a series of middle school episodes, just children being vicious to one another.
Smelling each
There's
other's
nature, and
jumpers.
I'd rather see a baby duckling. I would rather see a gosling. Yeah.
Oh, that you just reminded me. That was the best thing ever. Rebecca went on a walk without me one night. I think I was here or something. And I'm looking at my
she went
stories.
on a walk, did she?
and
Come back all sweaty. Hey, heard this before. Heard this before.
Yeah, and she was wearing a jumper that didn't smell like my scent. she posted on her stories, oh my God, these geese have adopted a baby duck. And it was like a bunch of like baby geese and then what she thought was a fucking duck. And she was there was a series of stories. The next one was like, oh my heart. That's actually what she put. Oh my heart. And I remember this because I say it to her to mock her to this day still. Because they didn't adopt a baby duck. It was just a smaller gosling. So it was one of the goose's own kids, and she'd created this narrative in her head that they were like, oh, how sweet, the geese have adopted the duck.
And you're horrible for like proving that that's not the case. Just let her be happy.
Yeah, maybe she was just trying to get over the trauma of
Just
watching that duck killed.
Yeah, just let her be happy.
Yeah.
But
I'm feeling too positive. I've got you here.
This is
spread
the story of the
positivity
ugly
today.
duckling, right? Ugly duckling. That's a saying. It's story, that's a gosling. They're
Yeah.
really like,
Is it? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, was that the whole message of the thing? The ugly duckling was a goose.
Well, that the ugly duckling becomes beautiful. You're ugly when you're young.
That's you on your weight loss journey.
No, because I was fit fat.
What?
I was fit fat.
Were you fit fat?
I was attractive as fat, wasn't I? Still
Can
like
I
the
tell you
looks.
something? I've never heard that term, and I'm in love with that right now because
fat.
I've always been. The word fat. Okay, I'll use it. I've always been a fat
She's
kid.
sewed up the vibe for this podcast.
Yeah.
She's like really like enabling you,
I'm
and I hate
sorry,
it.
guys. I'm sorry. I'll get negative in a minute, but like, I think because I've always been a chub. Like I've never been a thin person and then gained weight. Like even as a child, like I was picked on for being fat. And I think I am a fit fat. I think I've learned how to work with. Right,
What
like
you've
I know
got?
skills more
Yeah.
than, and I'm talking more than just personality and
it's
charm and
disgusting.
charisma. Everyone. I'm
Everywhere.
talking like,
It's horrible.
you know, I know how to like. I usually can structure it so I'm like, I'm going to balance this out, right? Like, I know how to make it all kind of, yeah. I
That's
think
it. You've got to like. We're taking
if
this.
you get
term,
fat later in life,
fat.
I'm sorry. Your life is hard. You don't know how to dress. Take some courses. I'll give you some courses. I'm going to become a millionaire, guys.
That's what I need.
Because
now.
the world
I
is fatter than ever.
need to know how
Yeah,
to
it really
dress.
is. Move to the States instead of here. You'll be
yeah.
fine. You'll be flying.
Fashion, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I'm
Good
feeling
for you.
positive today, though. Like I say, you're on the pod. It's actually a good day for it. I'm feeling summery. I've got my boy in the striped pajamas
Yeah,
top
look,
on.
you've got 2 buttons on.
I've got 2 boys undone, bro. I'm feeling.
Man, come back from Lanzarote last
You know
week.
what I mean?
and
I'm
he's
still in
there
holiday
his
mode.
mind.
I had a McDonald's yesterday. I'm still in holiday mode. Very much still in holiday mode.
What did you have at McDonald's?
Oh, I had.
Let's
I had
go right from
classic.
let's go back into real life.
Classic.
Yeah, describe it to me.
I had a large 6 chicken nugget meal with a cheeseburger chaser. You gotta have your cheeseburger chaser.
Yeah.
Are you one of those people that doesn't get a little side option?
No, because that's my like to travel thing. I take
Yeah.
it to go. Usually cheeseburger is like before I get.
Oh, like on the road.
Yeah. On the
Yeah.
way home, on the
Yeah.
journey
I
home.
don't
Because
have
I
the
take.
skills to multitask. I just have it all at once at the end.
Yeah. Okay. So cheeseburger.
He makes
nugs.
everything sad, doesn't he? He's
Why was that sad?
I'm
No,
just not-
it's your system. You got your systems. You do it the way you want to do. You eat it all in the car, then it's done.
When it's cold and horrible.
Yeah.
When I get home, that's what
I make a
say.
production out
Just
of it.
shuffling it into
I
you.
do a reheat. I don't know if I've talked about this.
You
before.
reheat McDonald's.
I was just about to say.
What are you talking about? No, you
Amen,
don't.
y'all.
Talk me through.
Wine's
Yeah,
your neck and
I'm
you
not
don't
even.
reheat
No,
McDonald's.
I will say it with pride. I reheat because what I like to do is I will turn the oven on and you just kind of
Reheat
put
it
it
in the oven.
Yeah. And
Microwave will soggy.
because I like my fries crispy. I do. I'm sorry.
Crispy fries. No.
Yeah.
What's she on about?
That's exactly what are you on about?
I'm a
Why are
crispy
you-
fry
I prefer
girl.
the when they're like not cooked.
Ah!
They're a little bit soft, salty.
Sorry.
It's
No,
great.
I like a crispy. I add extra salt. I like make it so it's crispy.
Why are you getting a takeaway if you're cooking it? What's the fucking point? What are you on about?
Yeah, because
What are you on about? Oh, I like this McDonald's, I like this takeaway, but they've not cooked it right, so I'm going to take it home and I'm going to redo it. Like, you might as well just cook your own fries. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's why, because I'm a comedian, you guys, so I don't have time to cook dinner. And then on the way home, it's like, what are we going to have for dinner? I was like, I'll reheat a McDonald's. It's like I'm making a meal, so we'll like get some McDonald's.
To put an apron on.
Yeah, I put on comfy clothes, hair
It's like
up.
ordering a taxi and just playing a racing game in your car, like in the back. Like, what's the fucking point?
Yeah. It prolongs the excitement. Is that wrong too? It's anticipation.
I'm not judging you because I've recently, well, I say recently, I haven't been to Mackey's in a while because, you know, journey and that.
Yeah.
But Joe, by the way, I had a full-on meltdown on the drive back. I opened for Aaron on his whip last night, and on the drive back, I was
Smashed it, by the way.
no, this isn't about you. This is about McDonald's.
No, you smashed it. You were not bad. I'm complimenting you.
Yeah, I smashed it. Yeah.
That'd be so odd if I was just like, yeah. By the way, Allyson, I smashed it. Sorry to interrupt, Liam. I did smash the gig. That went back to me. Back to me. Back to me.
that you were
You
complimenting.
fucking idiot. That's because he died on his ass, and it just doesn't sound realistic.
Much of my own dynamic. I didn't even consider that was me. But I had a full-on mental battle of do I get the Mackies or not, Joe, on the way home. But yeah, air fryer for the chips.
Oh,
same effect.
Yeah,
just
makes
quicker.
them crispy. Yeah, I've realized
Breaking
that.
news,
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's less heat as well.
Ridiculous.
And you can even put a burger, and in fact, burgers are easier in the air fryer. You got to pay attention though. You don't want to overdo it because you got to be careful, right? You don't want to like air fryer your burger. Then it's like, I used to keep it in the foil and heat it up, and then I would open it a little bit so it would get real crispy, so it wasn't mushy inside. Because if you heat it up in the oven,
That's smart though. It is smart. You're going to change some lives out there.
Thanks.
I think we need to put this out.
Anyone is taking anything
Yeah,
from this.
there's not enough chefs
I am
in the world.
spreading negativity by telling you how to enjoy your McDonald's.
Yeah. Yeah, the listeners are going to learn something.
I'm ruining the
world.
Walk in the park and eat Mackies. That's our mantra.
Yeah, it's been an odd
We're getting
juxtaposition of it.
conflicting,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
yin and
conflicting
yang,
advice.
yin and
Smell
yang.
your jumper. Fucking air fryer your chips.
I am still stunned by that.
Yeah,
I
has
am.
blown my
I'm
mind
glad I
as
know
well.
that fact. I'm going to ask my best friend that. That is one of those questions where if I get to know someone, I'm going to be like, hey, tell me this. Are you this person or that person?
Yeah. Did you or did you not have to smell?
I think it's
your fucking clothes?
amazing. Yeah.
Do you have any more? Do you have any other things like that you'd like to ask people?
No, I'm learning every day that there are these things out there.
Is there anything that, like, in Canada that was not done here? Like, obviously you've been here for so long.
Much. I mean,
But, like,
so much.
Is there anything where, like, you got here and you're like, what the fuck? That's a thing? Because that's like my favorite genre of TikTok at the minute. It's just like what I've realised as a Australian living in the UK.
Yeah.
What I've realised as someone from England living in Australia.
Two things that come
You
to
know what I
mind right away, and I do jokes about it. I won't go into jokes, but genuinely, Eurovision. I had no idea what Eurovision was
Oh man.
until I moved to the UK. There was no talk of it in Canada.
What,
No
out
idea
of
what
Europe?
Eurovision. We were like, yeah, whatever. Never heard of it. Is it a hockey team? Like, no idea. And then, so Eurovision and pantomime.
Oh really?
No, there's no pantomime. It's not a common thing. It's not like I've been to see pantomimes in my life. Like the first time I saw it, I was a theater student. I had done a lot of musical theater. I had done a lot of children's theater. And the first time I saw it, my friend was like in charge. It was in Bolton. And
Sorry about that.
yeah, it was Bolton, Cinderella, and he was kind of
Cinderella
Cinderella Bolton, yeah. That carriage never came.
Is she the one with the glass slipper? Cinderella.
Glass in her foot.
Yeah, I was going
She
to
was
say,
walking
yeah.
home drunk, is what it is. So she was, and I saw it and I was like, oh, I could do this. And my friend was like, really? Do you think you could do panto? I was like, I think I was made for it. Like, I get to sing songs. I get to like wear sparkly, and the whole like people getting involved and knowing what to say and like the certain, tropes that are, it was fascinating. I thought it was amazing. I had never seen it before.
I'm too working class to even know what a pantomime is.
You've been to a that's
Oh,
why
come on,
pantomime,
it is
every poor kid is bust out.
I went every year.
Yes.
Every single year at the Floral Pavilion in New Brighton. For some reason, Dad got tickets through work. We'd go as a family to whatever pantomime was on, and it was always fucking Cinderella, Jack and the Beanstalk, and Aladdin.
All at the same time.
Just, but they all felt like the same production. I don't get it like
it
that.
is.
Oh no, he didn't. Oh, he's
I've
behind you.
genuinely
What
never
is
been to a
it?
pantomime
It's
as well.
tradition. Yeah.
It's been a long time since
Yeah,
I've been.
it's-
Yeah,
But
2020.
you never went to one. You grew up in Stockport, right?
Yeah, no, I never did anything like that.
Were you too busy going to the hat museum?
No, I didn't have a family.
And one more time to the hat museum. Let's check out these hats. I love so much that there is a hat museum. Look, I have a real love and affinity for Stockport. I just want you to know that. I am not even being...
Well, we don't want you.
Sarcastic. I think Stockport is what I've been saying for years.
It's an odd town. It's a very odd town.
Yeah, but the beauty of Stockport is you are still Manchester. You are a big city, but you get to be...
Greater Manchester.
Yeah. But who cares? You're not.
Oh, so many people
Same
care.
bus. You can get on a bus, and it takes you to the Piccadilly Gardens, and you're like, same. It's the same system. Like you can do it.
So many people care, though. Like,
I
it's
know
such a
they
big
do.
deal to some
Same
people.
with Salford.
Really?
Oh my God, Salford, Manchester. Oh, across the road.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
England's very much like that everywhere, though, innit? Everywhere that we're just like constant division. You're not from here, you're from there.
It's all about that. It's all. But the beautiful. Sorry to go back, but I'm not going to let this go. I love Stockport. So the beauty of Stockport is it's like. So my dad grew up in Manchester. And Manchester was like a city, right? Like there was London, but
Your dad grew up in Manchester?
Yeah, I'm Mancadian, gentlemen.
I just didn't know.
I'm Mancunian and Canadian. I'm Mancadian right here. I am.
How does that happen then? So what? Like, did your dad is English?
Yes.
And he just went on holiday to Canada?
No, he
met
chose.
your mom, or she was over here?
He chose to move there. So
Okay.
he grew up in England, Hume, in Manchester. So he grew up in Hume, and then he went into the army when he was 17 until he was 23. And then when he got out of the British Army, he came back to Manchester, and those are formative years for a human.
Yeah.
And I think he came back and was just looking around and was like, yeah. He had been to like Christmas Island. He had seen
trenches still.
nuclear, he had like
Hume, he's like
seen, and he's like, I think I gotta, I don't know. And they were looking for plumbers in Australia. I always still shake my head, Australia and Canada. And he had gone and seen like a Western movie with like cowboys and like the Wild West. And he was like, I'm going to Canada. And I was like, you could have gone to Australia. Like, what did you do?
Honestly, I think he chose. I mean, well, not that I have an informed decision, but I'd choose Canada.
Well, and I love Canada, and don't get me wrong. Now that I know more about Australia and great country, I'm very grateful I'm Canadian. I'm very grateful I'm Canadian.
Just the bugs. Like we've had quite a few Australian guests, and it's like a well trodden ground. Like I just couldn't do with the bugs and stuff. Like, but in Canada, they've just got like a big deer. Their sound. I like a deer.
But you were saying about Stockport. What is it that you?
So the beautiful thing about Stockport is, I love Manchester, but my dad, for some reason, and my mom were always about Stockport. And I think like when they got married, they came over, and I think they like spent.
Did they get married at Stockport Town Hall? Because that's hilarious if they did.
No, but they have this affinity to Stockport. So like when they came to town, we like went to like this little casino in Stockport, and they wanted to go to Stockport Market, and like it was all about going to Stockport.
Oh yeah, just to see it again.
Stockport, yeah. So and Stockport's always been. And my grandma, of course, she would always take care of us in the summer, so I always knew about Manchester, and she liked Stockport a lot, right? Anyway. So Stockport. Cut to, I met my boyfriend at the Stockport Plaza. My friends Lee and Katie were getting married, who are comedians.
Yeah.
And that's where I met my Danny. Yeah. Like 10 years ago, we met at Stockport Plaza. And I don't know, there's just something about Stockport. Shows are always nice. Audiences, people in Stockport are sweet.
Yeah.
It's like all the beautiful.
You've not met them all.
You're right. I don't want to meet you. If I
You've
haven't
got
met
too
you
many
yet, don't
positive
ruin
experiences.
Don't
in
ruin it
Stockport.
for me.
It's not the same.
I haven't been to the Hat Museum though, and every time I see it, I'm like, well, that's the one thing I have not yet done.
Yeah.
So.
I just love the idea of you've completely justified why you've got this like nice opinion of Stockport, like completely. But it's just mad that places that you hold no value in, that someone else could value so much.
Because it's just a personal, But Stockport's
Personal
also great.
experiences.
Again, audiences. Every time I do a comedy show, every time there's like a show somewhere in Stockport, I've yet to have a bad experience. Oh, knock on wood right now. In Stockport,
Same.
comedy-wise. Audiences are, there's always
As
been
someone that gigs here every week, I can tell you can have some bad ones.
But that's also,
They
like
exist,
you
sorry.
said, every week though, is that just comparatively? Because even when there's been a stinker in Stockport, or a stinker where there's like maybe not as many people in, or there's some dickhead in the crowd, everyone else, or the people that are there, if it's a quiet gig, do seem to be like up for it and tuned in.
Do you think it's because you give, I think the secret to comedy is being able to always instinctively give less of a fuck. Like, if you can do that, if you can really always give just a little bit less of a fuck than you should, things always go better. Yeah. So Stockport, maybe to me, has always been a place of like absolute, like even that show. Remember when I showed up? I won't say when, but you and I were both there. And you were like, this has been an interesting night. There's not, there aren't that many people. And there's certain
His face then is it.
And he gave me a breakdown because he had happened to be at the show. And I got there and he was kind enough to like give me an idea of what's going on. And because I knew what it was, I had a great fucking 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I did what it was and I went into it. And I bet you some of the stuff.
So I was the reason that you did well then.
You were the right. You were the reason. It's always about you, Aaron. Don't you worry. It's always about
me. So I smashed it. I smashed it.
You did. You did. And you're living in Stockport. You're winning, buddy.
No, I'm not now. I've moved to a place that's worse. It's terrible.
Oh,
I live in Oldham now.
Oh, do you live in Oldham?
Yeah. I feel like for the listeners that like, we've got Spanish listeners that are just not getting out for this, but
don't Google it.
I did a really
don't Google
people
it.
of Oldham. I need to apologize. I did a real hack joke about Oldham one time, and I've never even been to Oldham, but that I know Oldham is the butt of a lot of jokes. I was like struggling for someone to say at a show, and I was like, I said something, and then I needed to find a thing to compare it to, and I was like, Oldham, and the audience was like, ha ha ha, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, Oldham. I've never even been there. Like I don't even know.
Threw him under the bus.
I did throw you under the bus.
You was probably accurate though.
It's weird though. Like I did a show in Oldham like not long after moving there, and I mentioned that like I've moved here now, and it's like worse, and they did not like that.
Oh really?
I think it's like hometown pride though, isn't it? Like when I was on holiday in Lanzarote, like we stayed at this hotel, and we were like, yeah, the hotel is shit. We were leaving, we were like, we won't come back here to this hotel. It's just a bit naff. There's so many kids, the staff are annoying, blah, blah, blah. And then I got on the coach, and it actually looked like quite a nice hotel from, the outside looking in for people that haven't stayed there and stuff. And it was nice. It was just like the staff weren't ideal and whatever. But as I got on the coach, there's a guy, I've sat down with Beth, and there's a guy behind us, and he just sort of looked out the window and goes, oh, you wouldn't want to stay here, would you, to his missus? And I was like, who the fuck are you? What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. This is sitting there like we'd just been discussing about how shit this hotel was.
You got
but as soon as this guy was like, oh, you won't want to stay here, I was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
This is sound. Yeah. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fuming. But like, it's just hometown pride of everything, isn't it?
Do you know a place that impressed me this weekend? Quickly, let me ask you a question, right?
Yeah.
Who's got a better tan right now, me or Aaron? There'll be no offence to take on either behalf. Just be honest,
I
your
don't know
opinion.
about that.
Who's got a better tan?
Speak for
But you are
Me or
Liverpool.
Aaron?
Yeah? No, where are you?
Just better tan, like right
Oh,
now.
tan.
Yeah.
I thought you said town. I was like,
Oh,
wow,
no,
you were really
that's
putting me.
That's a big.
You were really putting me in
on the spot. Yeah.
Who's got a better
Who's got the best
tan?
tan? Me and Aaron.
I need you to come this way a little bit. You're very blue.
Oh, yeah.
You got bluer.
Yeah, it's because of the yeah.
I'm going to say, Aaron, I feel like he is paler by nature, so I feel he has taken on a bit more sun.
Oh, I was hoping I'd beat him because
You're dark by nature, so like you darken up maybe,
Dark
but
horse.
you, to be level with him, you need to take a lot more sun in, I think.
Yeah. Well, he's just spent a week in Lanzarote.
Congratulations.
I've been back about 10 days, so it's
You
just
still got sun, though?
I spent
Still unbutton it, yeah.
Yeah, so
Two-button
Hawaii
Aaron,
5-0.
yeah.
as opposed to that, I spent a day in Blackpool on Saturday to get this bad boy of a
The
tan.
land of broken dreams.
Can you please show us your sunburn? Because I heard that you've got bad sunburn. I
Slide
would like
it
to
in.
see it.
Were you on the beach?
No, I went to theme park.
Okay.
I was out just out in it all day, and it was a scorcher. It's the first time I've ever been to Blackpool and thought, I actually get why people come here. It felt a bit seaside-y.
Oh,
like,
wind you
yeah,
neck in.
because it's so beautiful.
Look. That was me.
Oh
my God, give me that right now.
It is so
Give me
red.
that right now. What?
People are only listening. I wish I could explain to you
What the fuck are you talking about?
redness. Like a
Oh my God. The
like
SPF.
it's like a nail
what
polish
in the
color I've
world?
worn. I want you to know that. That is, yeah. I have lipsticks that color. Like that is.
Oh my God.
I did not anticipate Blackpool
Pal.
doing that to me. And I did feel a bit
That
rough
is awful.
yesterday. But that was only 2 days ago.
Yeah,
and
you got
now
some
it's
sunstroke.
matured.
Do you know what's funny?
You got
some sunstroke.
You know what's so
And he's
funny? No,
got
there's
the
no
nerve.
climate change, but Manchester was 32 degrees the other day. But there's no climate change. Everything is fine.
It's driving me mad. I got in my car the other day. It was 43 degrees. You can incubate baby chicks in my car. And we're acting like it's not hot. There's no climate change. What the fuck are you talking about?
Danny's parents were in Greece. 26 degrees. We were like, it's 31. Like,
Yeah. It's insane.
yeah, it blew my mind. It blew my mind. Yeah.
But it's doing well for Blackpool tourism.
It sure is.
Yeah, and the e-scooters.
Sell
man,
that
the
rock
amount of
candy.
topless men-
Sell that rock candy. What's your name? I got your name here somewhere. You can't deviate though. Those poor rock candy people who bought all this rock candy how many years ago?
I know, that's it.
They
It's
were like,
old,
Bill,
isn't it?
Jane, Janet.
Yeah,
and now
yeah.
they're like, my child's name is Forrest. Oh, go fuck yourself. Fuck you. And then there's a surge of Forrests, and then all of a sudden, who names their
That's
child
so
Forrest?
funny. How long is it going to be until like fridge magnets start having the ridiculous names?
They probably already do.
Do you know what I mean?
Penelope.
Probably already do.
Penelope's
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 a
quite
banger of a
normal, but
name.
like the
You're in England. Everyone's called.
Do you want to know
Penelope.
one of the most? Yeah, that is true. That is true. One of the most obscure girl names. I don't know why I read this the other day. Ophelia. That is one of the lowest.
Ophelia.
There aren't that many Ophelias across the board.
That's how she was born. He
Sounds
was
like
feeling her.
Ophelia.
She was,
That's really good. That was a good one.
Yeah,
I, like
I don't know if it was, but I appreciate your
I'll give it to you.
enthusiasm.
I'd laugh. I was with you. I'm sorry. That was shit. I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
I always forget.
No, you're a palate cleanser for this bullshit.
Yeah. But yeah, so many kids are being born with the most ridiculous fucking names. Like you're around the pool, like on your holidays, and they're just fucking shouting like. I've not got an example right now. I wish I did, but like just the most fucking ridiculous names.
I've got examples, but I'm friends with the parents, so I can't say them.
We'll bleep them.
No.
I'll bleep them.
It's
I
a
promise
shame.
I'll bleep
I know.
them.
I like that you're drawing your lines. You are allowed to have your boundaries, and I respect that.
You're not crossing this.
I hate this woman.
You only get so much. You don't get it all, everyone.
We've got merch. Finally, we've got merch.
We've been talking about doing this for ages, and we've finally made it happen. We've got our own online store at spreadnegativitypod.com. We're selling t-shirts with logos. We're selling queefs. Whatever you want, we've got it.
We're selling queefs in a jar if you want one. We've got beanies, mugs, phone cases, loads of stuff like that, so check it out. But if you do order something, and I cannot stress this enough, order one size up. I'm a large to extra large in most things. I've got a 2XL in this. Liam, you'll notice, doesn't even have a hoodie yet because they're still making his out of a bed sheet, right? Proper nightmare stuff.
Check us out, spreadnegativitypod.com. If there's anything that you want and you don't see, let us know. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, we'll sort it out. And we will get better at these adverts as time goes on. Let's do some features.
Okay.
You've ruined my holiday.
Me and him did something, so just before he starts, me and him did something minging yesterday.
Do I want to know?
I can't get over it. I can't stop.
What did you do?
We had, as I mentioned before, Aaron did his work in progress in Manchester last night.
Very proud.
I opened for him.
You might say I smashed it.
He did very
fucking gimp.
He did very
It
well.
was fun.
Yeah.
No, it was great. It was
You both did,
great
apparently.
room.
Word on
We
the
had a good
street is you
time.
both smashed it.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Because we were like, there was a few listeners of the pod in, and on the way out, we were like shaking hands with
Oh,
people and
great.
stuff. When me and Aaron went to leave and say goodbye to each other, this was only last night, we shook each other's hands, and we've never ever been that
We don't like touching each other.
formal before.
No,
And it was
it's
just
gross.
like, it was that thing where we both went into it dead happy and like open, like,
And then did it?
and then in the middle of it, it dawned on us what
You
we were
don't like
both.
it.
The post-handshake clarity that we had was foul. Horrible.
I can barely look him in the eyes, to be honest.
I think it's
not disgusting.
It's good that you both had that moment though, because now if somebody who didn't understand your hatred of a shake got that look accidentally, at least you're both giving it to each other and you're like, no, we still hate this. All right, yeah.
I had
keep
to
avoiding.
change my handshake, because people told me I had a limp one.
Oh, one of those soft.
Yeah, you do give
I
off
get
limp
it.
handshake
Is that a bad
vibes.
thing, though?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I
You don't
never-
have
I
to
don't
be
care.
like, I got a handshake the other day that I was like, you were going to break my fingers. Like, she needed to present her handshake as strength. You know, I
really?
was
Yeah.
like, you are a rock. I trust you. But it was like over. But to have a real, you just need to have like a,
Firm.
just
So
a,
I've-
not long, just a quickie, hey, and not a, don't touch a hand and then squeeze harder. That's creepy.
Oh, is it?
Go in, out.
Because I've done the adjustments.
You're getting like
Life advice.
on a handshake from a lady, and you want to argue that you don't have a limp handshake. She's
It's
like,
2023, baby. We've all
You're
got
allowed,
good
yeah. And who said I'm a
shandakes.
lady? Who said I'm a lady?
But yeah, I've done that before where like I've gone for the handshake
Yeah.
and I've realised I've gone in with the old limp style and I've had to adjust it. But that's
But
not
you're
weird,
doing
the weird
correctional.
squeeze.
You are working through something. I forgive you.
It's part of my journey.
One day you're going to just go in at the right Grip.
I believe so.
I hate how much you enable him.
I feel great. I'm going to go home and write a new hour with me, Allyson June Smith pen.
Can I open for you? I want to smash it. I want to smash it.
Smashed it, lad. I'll fucking white
let's-
male podcast
Can I-
telling each other how much
We're
they
so sorry.
smashed
He
it
was saying it
last
to you,
night.
though. That's what's so sweet. Okay, go on. All right, we're done.
No, it's fine. Just I'm just sick of the pair of you.
You said you were positive before, Mr.
Yeah,
Tudor.
no, well,
It's
you've
not
ruined
done.
it. You've ruined
Button
it.
it back up then.
I was
You're giving up.
positive about hating you, and now that it's not been done enough on the episode, that I'm sad about it now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Features?
Yeah,
Features?
features.
Sweet. Okay, so
I've got a feature as well, by the way. I've got a submission today. Do you want me to do it now? Or
you've
after?
got a submission.
I've got a submission today. Yeah.
I did not see this.
I got it on the Facebook page.
On the
What?
old
Yeah, the Facebook page.
FBP?
You got it on
the
Facebook?
FBP?
Yeah, we've got a Facebook. We've got a Facebook page.
Don't let down the
but hang on,
FBP.
hang on.
Hello?
Park the car. There's a listener
I
sending
want to
in-
hear from Audrey,
That's it, yeah.
72. Go on.
Well, this
Go
is
on.
it. Like, there's a listener sending in.
I'm not going to neglect Audrey.
There's a listener sending in submissions via Facebook.
Yeah, direct
FBP
DM me.
By the way-
direct
still a
message.
thing.
By the way,
Yeah.
it's so funny that you saw it and I didn't. Like, that's so.
Well, someone's got to monitor the socials. I do.
No, I monitor them, just not Facebook.
It's not Facebook. He doesn't see them as socials anymore.
If you want to send dick pics that you only want Liam to see, send them via Facebook. And
I like Facebook
You're allowed to.
for engaging with our
Yeah.
listeners.
It's where
Continue
it
to
keep-
send messages.
it's
If you
where
want me to read it.
No, I insist you keep sending stuff in. That's great. I just didn't expect it to be on Facebook.
I keep my mom there. She
Keep
does.
her there.
I keep her
Does
there.
she know about the other social
She doesn't
media
know how to do
platforms?
them. She doesn't even know how to do the like fan page. So I just keep her in Facebook and
Sort of in the,
Allyson June Smith, which is where I, because I couldn't convince everyone to be my fan. They were like, we like you, but so they stayed there. They stayed there. We like you, but we're gonna stay here. So I keep my mom there. So like I put other stuff out on, and then now and again I'll go, yeah, mom can take that, and I like filter it
That's where
through.
you put your mum stuff
Yeah.
on Facebook.
Facebook page.
Well,
Okay, right. You've got
Sorry,
a submission.
Jordan.
Yeah.
It's Jordan,
Yeah.
not Beryl. Jordan.
Not better.
Right.
Jordan.
Fantastic.
And he's a young man that you've judged him. Do you want me to do it now? Yeah?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed it's not Audrey.
Yeah.
Well, we can call him Audrey. I mean, he didn't say whether or not he wanted to be anonymous.
Anonymous.
This bodes well for my
Anonymous.
reading. Aaron usually does the reading out on the podcast. Right.
Which
okay.
wasn't my decision. I want the record to stay.
Yeah, it was by default. He's the best
Yeah,
reader.
just because,
So this one's from Jordan Lakin. He did not say he wanted it to be kept anonymous, but he probably should have, having pre-read this.
Oh.
What's the vibe? Does he want advice? Does he say anything like that, or is it off your chest? Is it?
You're about to find out, baby.
Okay.
It's exciting. Feels good to be on the other side of this.
I know. Right. Let's make sure I get this right. Why am I struggling with this?
It's all right.
You accidentally poking him on Facebook here.
We've called him. Hey.
No, I've copied and pasted it somewhere so I don't have to faff about with Facebook.
Okay,
right.
yeah.
Right, okay. I've got it. All right, guys. All right, guys. Hope you're both well. Got a little today I fucked up story for you and hope it's not too long. So it's the today I fucked up.
Got you.
You were asking.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Appreciate you.
So one time I went out on a night out and came home rather intoxicated. When I'm sloshed, I find it hard to use door handles, and at this point, it's like 3 a.m. and I really needed the loo. So not knowing what I was doing, I pissed in a pint glass that was in my room. When the morning comes around...
No.
When the morning comes around, my other half walks in and asks what's in the pint glass.
No.
Me not knowing what I'd done the night before, I told her I didn't have a clue, but she kept asking me. I suggested that she smell it.
To see if it was hers.
Like it was a fucking jumper.
It smells like my mom's cooking. My mom's cooking.
I suggested
He's got his name sewed into the back of his pint glass.
I suggested that she smell it. And at this point, she smells the liquid and says it smells like biscuit brew, which is the tea she drinks.
Oh.
She asks why it's in a pint glass, and again, I was clueless, and I said, for fuck's sake, just taste it.
Oh, no.
So she takes a big swig. As soon as she swallows, it dawns on me what had happened.
Why would she taste the undecipherable liquid? Why?
Yeah.
You can't determine what it is. Why would she then taste it?
I like that he was getting annoyed by the sound. Oh, just fucking taste it then.
Well.
So, like,
Well, he's
that's the
hungover,
logic.
isn't he, at this point?
All right,
He
well,
can't be asked to verbally aching.
Okay, what does he say beyond this point?
So I shout fuck. She panics and asks what's wrong, and I just say, it's not tea, it's piss. She proceeds to run to the bathroom and is obviously sick. To this day, I tell everyone that my other half has drank my piss with much joy on my face, and I'm lucky she's still with me. Thanks for the pod, guys. Keep up the good work.
I really hope he now saves her in his phone as Bear Grill friend.
That's pretty good. That's really good. I'll give you that one.
I can't believe he's forced his missus almost to...
The way that's been presented to us as if it was this, serendipitous accident... It sounds to me like he lured her into this trap.
But why does it matter what it is?
Yeah, that's what I...
Why are you asked?
This is why there's part of me, okay? And just go with me on this.
Happily.
I felt like, and dear listener, go with me the full distance, I thought you made it up at first until his closing. For some reason, I believe the way he ends it. Yeah. So to this day, I get to say this to my friends. That's awesome. But the whole story, I was like, oh, you just want us to say your girlfriend. And I was like, oh, actually, that weird thing I think happened.
Yeah,
some girl, maybe he's such a drinker. She's like, oh, did you take booze to bed? What's that? Or what is this? Or what is that beside there? Or what is that?
If you
what is that?
Nondescript liquid in your partner's room,
is that?
You'd ask what it was. What worries me is the colour of it, because...
the smell of it.
But she convinced her it was a cup of tea. Do you know what I mean?
It smelled like biscuit tea. What is she drinking?
Hold on. You might have diabetes, lad.
Oh my God,
because
imagine.
Sugar, if it's sweet or whatever, like biscuits, you might have diabetes, so go
pal,
get tested.
Oh my God, and he's like, this is a story I got to tell my friends.
I've just diagnosed you. I've just saved
we may have saved your life.
Imagine.
I thought you were a liar, and now we've saved your life.
Is it bad that I hope he has diabetes? Because the press we will get is phenomenal.
Jordan, update us, lad. Get tested.
Jordan, thanks for writing in. Again, I do believe you. I believe you at the ending. That ending made it true for me.
But biscuit brew, have you ever had biscuit brew, by the way?
No, what is biscuit brew?
Banging, I'm not a cup of tea guy.
Well, what is it?
It's so what's the brand? Yorkshire Tea do a biscuit brew. It's
so
in
is it
a yellow
sweeter
box.
Tea?
It just tastes like biscuits have been dunked in it without the act of dunking biscuits. So it is a bit sweeter. It's got this like biscuity taste to it.
Biscuit tea.
But that's like to think that for piss to look like that. That's what worries me. You need looking at, mate.
Well, she only said it smelt like that, but wasn't.
Yeah, she said she smelled like it. She smelt the sugar. She smelt the sugar.
I've just had a fucking flashback.
It was you.
No, him. Yeah, it was me all along.
It was you.
So I told a story about doing a piss in outside my wife's work when Star Holroyd was on the podcast. Yeah. So I did a piss in a bottle because I was desperate.
Sure.
Post-recording.
We've all had those moments.
We'd gone. I'd first time I've ever done it.
Very accurate.
First time I've ever done it though, when I was like panicked about it. But the worst thing is, as I pulled up, my wife was on the yard in a forklift, and I was in the car, and she pulled over to talk to me, and I went, I can't talk. I need to piss so bad. I'm going to go piss in a bottle. And she pulled up in the forklift next to me and watched and laughed as it was happening. I don't know whether I went into that detail on the podcast because Star already looked concerned about the fact that I pissed in a bottle, let alone the fact that I really like when you don't like creep out the female listeners. That's ideal. So yeah, I'm glad you didn't share that. I'm glad you waited for another female, not listener, sorry, guest. I'm glad you waited for another female guest to share it. Well, it gets worse because the bottle stayed in the car till we got home, and Rebecca dared me to sniff it.
Ah.
And I said no. So she did.
What did it smell like?
Like what I had for dinner that day.
So not biscuit tea.
Because I can't remember what I had for dinner that day, but then when she sniffed it, I thought, oh, it can't be that bad. And then I sniffed it. And it did smell like what I'd had for dinner that day. And now I'm really regretting telling this.
Yeah, I really regret that you told it also. I really regret.
Speaking.
Should we do? Have you got another feature?
I want to put the words back in my mouth. Jordan, go get tested.
Have you got another feature?
No, but I also want to acknowledge that this isn't the first listener who sent us a piss in the glass story, because Steve Moore pissed in the glass too. Early days.
I feel like it's more common in us than we want to talk about, but I appreciate that they're sharing, so we all feel the same. Yeah.
Have you? So you seem to be like piss in a bottle. It's.
Well, no, but we've all been those. I have not pissed in a bottle. And no, but I have.
Well, you're out of the circle of trust.
I'm done. All right, let's go. I don't want to be a part of this anymore then.
I didn't sniff the pee bottle. That was a lie.
I don't buy it. So, if we don't have a lot of listener submissions, we read out some like Reddit posts that have caught our attention and stuff.
Sure.
And I've got a few here. I'm going to let you decide.
Yeah.
I've got 3. I'm going to let you decide which one you want to hear. Oh, 4 actually.
Okay.
So, overheard wife say she settled for me. Juicy. Today I fucked up when I gave a homeless boy the vegan sandwich my girlfriend made for me. Girl discovers her dad is a nonce. Or am I wrong for telling my girlfriend why I go to the gym?
What was the first one again?
Overheard wife say she settled for me.
Overheard wife.
You want to go for that one?
Yeah.
Lovely stuff. Okay, right. It seems gossipy.
I like the sound of all of them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I like the sound of all of them. Keep them.
They are good. Yeah.
No, I'm going to keep them. I just like the idea that you're like, girl discovers her dad is a nonce. Tell me more.
Oh, no.
I like the sound of that. Oh, who is this man? Sounds like we got loads in common.
He's sniffing bottles of piss in his car.
Yeah. So, recently overheard wife say that she settled for me. We have a perfect marriage. We've been together for 9 years, married for 4. We rarely fight. We're often intimate. We go out on date nights, send memes to each other. The works. I love that that's the barometer for a successful relationship.
All of it.
That's peak.
Not only do we have sex, but I do send the memes also.
The meme game is fire.
I talk to her like she's my friend.
Yeah.
Wow. This guy is pulling out all the stops. Go on.
Sorry.
That's all right. No worries. I'm just glad you're enjoying yourself. Recently, we got news that her ex-boyfriend overdosed and passed away.
Heavy. Sorry.
Yeah, it's very heavy, isn't it? Now, my wife has no connection to him, so we expressed our condolences to his family over text and nothing more. She often goes out with her friends, and I always let her. I have no problem with it because I trust her 100%. I always let her.
I always let her. She's always allowed. Go on.
She's got good memes.
She often goes out with her friends, and I always let her. I have no problem with it because I used to trust her 100%.
Yeah.
That's that.
Used to?
I have no problem with it because I trust her. Okay, if you didn't trust her, would you not let her go?
Okay, yeah. Okay, we got to get to the end. I got to hear all of it. Yeah.
I had to work late, so I told my wife that if she wants, she can call her friends over to our place since I wouldn't be around. Well, the rains were heavy and I had to leave work early. I reached home and I could tell her friends were there, so I quietly went to our room unnoticed. Everyone was speaking quite loudly though, so I could hear a lot, and the ex-boyfriend came up in conversation. My wife said that 4 years into our relationship, she got a call from her ex-boyfriend who lived in a trailer offering to help her see the world. Said she had a bag packed and was ready to leave, but in the end decided not to and settled for the stability I was giving her. I didn't know about any of this. She never told me, and she said that apparently she settled for me. One of her friends asked her if she ever regretted her choice, and she said that she used to, but not recently. I guess that's it. I'm not unstable enough for her to be attracted to me, so she has to settle for somebody like me. That one word just keeps revolving in my head. I slipped out of the house and went to a cafe to gather my thoughts, but got a call from her asking me where I was because I was due home half an hour ago. I went back and she greeted me with a hug and a kiss as always, but I wasn't really into it and she asked me why my mood was off. I mumbled something like stress from work and went to bed, skipping dinner and our usual alone time. It's the next day now. I didn't sleep much last night and wife's still asleep. I didn't tell anyone anything about what she said because I just can't. What do I do here, guys? Should I even talk to her? Divorce? Is there any hope for us moving forward at all?
What a fucking man. Not that sounded like a compliment, but I mean he's being such a man about it. Should I talk to her or should I just get a divorce? Fucking talk to her.
Absolutely. I think you just need to be
that's hard, isn't it? It's hard to just go, should I even talk to her or just divorce her?
Just put a paper on it.
Yeah.
I think they should send a meme. I think you should send her a
when
meme about how he's feeling.
And it's a picture of him just looking out on the balcony.
I bet he's thinking about other men. I bet what is it? That one where you roll. I bet he's thinking about other women. He's like, no, she's settled for me.
Yeah, but he's got to take a moment and just realize, like, hey, pal, listen. He is genuinely reaching out. He needs someone to ask this question to. He's too, I think you're very liberal for letting her go out. First off,
yeah, what a man. He's so generous.
Yes, what a guy.
But look, maybe you don't have anyone to really ask about this. So I honestly think, pal, you need to immediately talk to her and tell her exactly what happened. Because there's no way around that. That has happened, okay? But what she was saying is at a certain point in her life, there was something about this person. But if you tell me that there is not a girl in your past that would do the same thing for you, you are lying.
Yeah.
So what happened was you heard a horrible thing, and I'm real sorry. But she did not go. She did not do that. She did not. And who knows what was going on in your relationship, in your life at that time. I don't know. Think about it, maybe. So I think you need to immediately tell her what happened. and then decide what you guys want to do from there.
This is the most actual advice that's ever been given on
but
the pod ever.
It's
also,
so
I just
true.
want to point out that this was on Reddit. This wasn't a listener.
Oh, great.
So,
Okay,
like,
so I
still
can
want
make
this
fun
guy,
of him.
you know?
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
I was
I
being
noticed
nice.
you were addressing the camera, and I was like, does she think someone set this in?
I do feel bad. I was like, I don't want to insult a person, but yeah, you first off are far too testosterone driven. But like, secondly, yeah, I get it. Like that would throw me if I heard this. You know, yeah, for sure. But like,
also, is it like that unreliable narrator thing, like saying the word settled, but also
it cuts deep, doesn't it?
yeah. But did she like if an ex died? Like, I'm quite fortunate in that like I didn't really have many relationships before my wife, and the ones I did, I never felt the same way. But there's some people who will have had like proper loves in their life before they got with the partner they're with today, and to look back on that, and you know, if that person died, you'd still feel some level of emotion, and it would probably stir up some feelings, and you might reflect a bit. Like that's not a crime. She's still with him. She chose him. He's the one who he's overheard something, not brought it up, been dishonest about it, kept it to himself, and catastrophized it in his head.
not been dishonest, not wanted to say.
True.
He is, you know.
Yeah.
But
you build it up in your head. Whereas if you just speak about it, you might have a row, you might have a disagreement.
I'm not saying get to the point with one another that you're like, listen, I look at other people all the time. Let's talk. Let's be honest. You know, like I'm not saying I want that level of communication. Some things you can keep to yourself, but like that's a big one.
Yeah.
Well, I let you guys deliberate on this.
Yeah.
Because there's an update.
Ooh, spicy.
Ooh.
So I already know what happened and what he chose today.
Okay.
But it's a little update. It's a bit of a long one.
Unimportant shit. Cool,
Take your
calm,
time, I'm
collected.
in. Yeah, listen. Wow.
So this was a couple of days. Obviously, he posted this on Reddit. He got a lot of advice from people commenting and all that good
for you,
stuff.
pal.
And then he posted an update a couple of days later, which I also have here. So it says, immediately after the revelation, firstly, I drove to a nearby town and took 2 days just for me and my thoughts. I called in sick from work and told my wife that I was visiting a cousin. What's up?
What are you fucking doing, pal?
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
I created
Yeah.
more distance between us,
What
and I
I
cut her off
decided
entirely
was to
for 2
get in
days.
my head and go to a fucking horrible
Yeah,
place in my mind for 2 days.
Yeah.
I drank. I smoked.
That's it. He
I did crack.
He did. I don't know about that.
I took some time for
I killed a
me.
small child.
Like, what are you?
I just don't get that mentality, me.
Yeah, okay.
Fucking, yeah.
So,
I lied to everyone
said-
in life.
yesterday, I finally confronted her about it. I walked in and she came up to me for our hug, but I didn't really give one back. She asked me what was wrong and I told her we had to talk. I asked her if she loved me and if she had done so throughout the entire course of our relationship. She looked confused and said of course she did and asked me where all this was coming from. I told her that I heard her with her friends a few days ago. I heard how she was willing to leave me after 4 years to be with her ex and how she claimed to have settled for me. She teared up and said that she didn't mean it like that, to which I asked how she meant it. She said that by settled for, she didn't mean that she thought she could do better and was dating down, but that she had made up her mind to stay with me because I was the better person. I told her that 4 years into our relationship, there shouldn't have been a question in the first place and brought up the fact that she said she had a bag packed. She started crying and said that that was an exaggeration on her part and that she only ever considered it and it was a brief moment of weakness when we were having a fight and was briefly on a break. Her ex called her because he heard about our fight through a friend and they spoke on the phone for about an hour in which he flirted with her, put me down and offered to show her the world. She said she had a choice between...
Sorry, like Aladdin on the carpet. I will show you the world. Injecting his face.
Oh, put me on the carpet. I'm ready to fly.
in a trailer.
Literally, it's just a still carpet.
Yeah.
That's all he's got.
A rug in the trailer.
They banged on a carpet. Go on. That was
She said she had a choice between going with her ex or reconciling with me, and she chose me because she loved me and always will. She said that 4 years ago she was a weaker person and that I made her stronger and better. I then brought up the fact that she said she regretted it but hadn't done so recently. I asked her what she meant by recently. She said that she regretted a choice for only a month after the offer was made because she had thoughts about what could have been but stopped when she realised that she had the best moments of her life with me. I asked her if anything happened between her and anyone else throughout the course of our relationship, to which she said that she had never cheated on me and never will, and I believe her. We were both crying at this stage and we just hugged and sat together. She apologised for what she said and what she was like 5 years ago. I apologised for listening in on a private conversation without telling her and for doubting that she loved me. I'm really happy that it was nothing but a misunderstanding and I'm glad that we were able to come out stronger. Some people mentioned that I should get a DNA test for the kids, but we don't have any kids, so that's not a problem.
Fuck off.
Also, she mentioned possibly having survivor's guilt, so we're going to look into that too. That's it.
So
this guy's a fucking idiot.
He's a
9 years you've been
moron.
together. You don't have a simple base layer of communication. What the fuck are you talking about?
Off for 2 days.
2 days.
2 days.
So all he did was press pause on the conversation he had and resolved the issue.
Yeah.
And you wrote on a forum, you fucking incel.
Well, this is it. He's on. I mean, we're reading it out. We're just as bad. But like,
but thank you for your content.
Before your missus. If I go home tonight and Beth's got one of her friends round and she's going, oh yeah, fucking couple of years back, my ex got in touch and I just, sometimes I was like, oh, maybe I should be with him instead of Aaron. If I overhear that, I just don't say anything. Then the next morning be like, just want to ask you about last night. I overheard you talking with...
that's what I mean. You would immediately...
I wouldn't go to fucking Runcorn and just sit there by myself in a hotel room.
I'd go to Blackpool if the weather was like this weekend. Fucking get it out me system.
yeah. You're just like using it to like fucking like any excuse to like get on the fucking big one.
I will show me that we're crying.
A little sunstroke makes everything a bit better, right?
Just the empty chair on the roller coaster next to him. You all right?
Topless on an e-scooter, just like the locals.
But he's such a fucking loser. Like 9 years you've been together.
Yeah.
And
also,
you don't have this fucking...
People have said get a DNA test. I don't like who he's surrounding himself with.
Well, this is on Reddit.
If these were the
comments.
you should get a DNA test. Why?
Yeah.
Why do you want to uproot your whole world? Like, look, that happened. Not to mention, like I'm just saying, you have a life together. Mm-hmm. You two have a life together.
Yeah.
It's just what I don't get as well is the whole. If you're saying, this fella, that you've never had an argument with your partner, and after this argument thought, I'm done. I don't know if I can do this anymore. Like, if you're saying
I do that literally every day.
If you're saying you've never had that thought, you're a fucking liar. You're lying to yourself.
Sure.
It happens to everyone. It might be fleeting. It could last a week. You could have a rough patch. You could have a bad argument. But you're never going to fix it if you don't fucking talk. Uh-huh. And that's what so many people don't do. He's watched too many fucking films He's watched too many films. He's driving on a long road alone.
Yeah.
It's all drama. Stop watching Coronation. Is it Hutchie? He's watching too much EastEnders.
Do you know what he's doing? He's the type of guy that wouldn't like drama. I bet you he'd be annoyed if his girlfriend was creating drama in their life. But what he's done is just lived in a soap opera in his head for 2 days. Like you have just
pebbles in a fucking
have just neighborsed it on your own in your head. What about this? You're living in Coronation Street, thinking about the conversations that are being had about you at the bar. What did you do? Just address what? Like, I would never.
Yeah.
I'm not good at hiding problems.
No.
If there's a problem,
you just
like
sort it out.
on
I
my
don't know why he
face.
sat on it for fucking 2 days. That makes no sense. But you know what? They're happy now. Whatever. This has been a very odd episode of the podcast. We've wrote some wrongs, and we've been positive. The Spread Positivity podcast. I hate it.
We've sniffed some jumpers too.
We sniffed some jumpers.
We've sniffed a few jumpers.
Been writing some things down with new pens. It's an exciting
I know
time.
the difference between both their mums cooking now.
Yeah.
Ciggies and fucking deep fried shit.
Yeah. It's been an odd episode, hasn't it? You brought the positive vibes.
I'm sorry. Thank you very
No,
much.
that's absolutely
No,
fine.
don't apologise
you're
at all.
change
Yeah,
in the horrid
yeah.
minds that we have on here. It's nice. I really appreciate you doing it.
Yeah.
My
I'm glad that this
pleasure.
man's happy. Disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got to read a
appreciate
submission
you
for a
doing it.
change.
You got to read a submission.
You got to read a submission. That was
Yeah.
great.
And overshared a piss sniffing story. You know, it wouldn't be an episode of this podcast if I didn't overshare.
Well, I might have cut that.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see what happens.
Have you got anything you want to plug?
Yeah. Can I plug my podcast?
Of course.
100%.
I have 2 podcasts. So
I'm going to cut it, but yeah.
Yeah, we're recording it, but it won't make it. I have 2. So I have one called WTB Women Talking Bollocks. It is with Jen Brister and Maureen Younger.
Do they ever do anything else?
No, but there is no actual speak of testicles on it. And then also, I have another one called Horror Motel, which is just about horror movies. I love horror movies. And so it's with Bunny Galore, Martin, and we choose a horror movie and we talk about that every week.
Class. Okay, sick. Yeah, I like horror movies, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you anything about any of them. They all blend into one.
Yeah.
Like Insidious, Conjuring. Like I don't know what happens.
Well, we'll refresh you and tell you which one we think is the best to go back and
Well, when I was a kid, I loved them. I used to watch all those big franchise ones like Halloween or the Freddy Krueger films. I've seen them all. Not so much in like later years. Can you recommend me one? Is there one that you can recommend? Like a sort of a modern horror? I'm talking like the last 10 years.
Well, I mean, the screams. I love the screams.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, screams are the best.
Have you
right?
ever watched Hush?
Yeah, I have seen Hush.
Yeah, that's
I
a great
did like
movie.
Hush.
You've not seen Hush? There's your recommendation. It's so good. It's a woman. She's deaf.
Yeah.
And she lives out sort of like she's a novelist, is that right? She writes books. She's an author. So she like moves out into the sticks so she can just be with her writing. There's no distractions and all this sort of stuff. She has a friend who's like speaks sign language and all that good stuff. And then some guy basically descends on her house, just wants to kill her. He's a serial killer. He's horrible, but he realizes that she can't hear anything. And what just follows, like the use of sound and stuff in the movie, it's like chilling.
It's terrifying.
It's so
It's
fucking
terrifying.
good. It's like
But
one of my favorite ones.
I think that horror movie and many other horror movies have taught us a very important lesson, and that is...
Women shouldn't live in the forest alone.
Yeah, absolutely. Why are you moving to the fucking forest?
Oh, I need to be close to my art. No, you're
Why
close to
are
the
you moving
serial
to the fucking
killers.
forest?
You fucking idiots.
People around you need community. You need to have like...
when you're deaf as well. What the fuck?
my God.
The most vulnerable woman I'm going to live in. It's so stupid.
Everything
but
bad happens in a forest.
made for a
Alien
great
abductions, like everything bad. Don't move to a forest.
Give us 3 things that you hate.
Okay, 3 things I hate. Right now, I hate the person who keeps stealing our gray bin. Whoever you are, I'm going to get you. We have air tagged the bin. We're going to find you.
Tags the bin.
You live in Moss Side, don't you?
Yeah.
That just explains it.
I'm going to find you. Whoever's stealing my bin, my gray bin, the one I had to pay for. Anyway, I won't get
Fucking
into it.
apple bin, this lad.
I hate you.
I love the fact that you stole the bin and got a free air tag.
Now he knows. Oh, God damn it. I hate, I think I might have done this one last time, but I don't care because it's always a hate. I hate people who talk on their phones, on speaker, on public transit.
Yeah, scum.
Hate them.
Yeah.
Hate them. There is no need.
should be
Put it to your ear or get a headphone. Stop talking out loud.
Rude.
And I hate velvet.
Oh my God, I back that so much.
I hate
Goes
velvet.
through me.
Weird,
I
yeah.
hate velvet.
Yeah,
if you rub it the wrong way,
disgusting.
it gives me the shivers. It's like nails on
The
a
sound of
chalkboard.
it? Yeah, I'm
I
getting
hate
pins and
velvet.
needles
Those
now.
are my 3 things.
Fuck
Appreciate you. Thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.